Assalamu alaikum. Hello. In recent years, the world has witnessed that the CCP, relying on its power to challenge the world by playing hooligans, knowing that no one believes it because of the hundreds of thousands of evidence, but still insists on denying or covering up its human rights crimes with lies, while trying to justify its crimes to gain the support from the world. Apart from the propagandas, the CCP has published 9, but they only played the role of revealing their own vile and shameless identity. By publishing a new white paper of the same character, the CCP tried to reject the world's condemnation of its genocide policy towards Uyghur by mentioning the increase in the Uyghur population. Moreover, it declared with a more arrogant threat that it will continue the policy against Uyghur with unwavering will and determination. Although the CCP's cruel policy towards the Uyghur community is thought to have started in 2017, but is back to the day of occupation. Let me give you some examples without going back too far. In 1996, a Han nationality official in charge of household registration in the so-called Uyghur Autonomous Region Public Security Department carelessly slipped the important state secret about the Uyghur population by stating his office issued new ID cards to 19,967,000 Uyghurs over the age of 18, up to the time that he stated. His fate was to perish along with all those who confessed to hearing this information. The witness of this event is a former Uyghur court clerk who was present at that time and currently is living in the free world. He is ready to testify at any time. According to this information, the Uyghur population, including children under the age of 18 in East Turkestan, should be 50 million or more. Despite the CCP's family planning policy allows the ethnic minorities to have 2 children in urban and 3 in rural areas. Furthermore, the number of Uyghurs who have more children than such limitation is significantly high in the country. In addition, the numbers of the region can also give an idea about the population. East Turkestan is divided into 13 prefecture-level divisions, 4 prefecture-level cities, 6 prefectures, and 5 autonomous prefectures. There are 78 counties and more than 1,000 villages to connect these administrative units, and there are many districts and counties with 1 to 2 million population. So even if it calculated by minimizing the numbers, the estimate that the Uyghur population in East Turkestan is 50 million becomes more accurate. The Chinese authorities account for the Uyghur population in different and conflicting numbers at different times and platforms. For example, while the government declared the population as 11.6 million, China's senior official Victor Gao declared as 6 to 7 million when he participated in the Al Jazeera TV program last year, while another official pronounced as 12.8 million at a different time. In the paper, the CCP refuted Adrian Zan's report about its sterilization and the long-term birth control policy against Uyghurs. They may, but the world did not forget their ex-ambassador to US, Cui Tiankai's confessional statement by saying, "We saved Uyghur women from being birth machines," before leaving the post. The CCP always claims that it acts according to its law, but the world knows that China has two laws. One is the state law that only on the paper and is not enforced. And the other is the CCP law, which to maintain its own power, sees all kinds of exploitation, suppression, persecution, and even massacre permissible and enforced. For example, the written state autonomous law was never put into effect. Those who demand the autonomous rights taking place in the law are immediately be sentenced to life imprisonment, like Ilham Tohti. It's clear that in order to occupy the East Turkestan forever, the CCP is determined to genocide the Uyghurs and doing its best to implement this policy by ignoring all warnings from the world. While rejecting the request of the United Nations and the human rights organizations, send a commission to East Turkestan for on-site investigation. On the pretext of interfering in internal affairs, it has been trying to stage plays for those delegations invited from the debtor and the weak countries, as well as the foreign media bought by itself to deceive the world. Therefore, the only way to prevent the CCP from destroying Uyghurs is to overthrow this evil regime and liberate East Turkestan. The nation whose homeland is occupied should have the right to independence and live with dignity in its own country. It should be known that saving the Uyghur people is saving the world, because CCP is attempting to dominate the whole world and put all its strategies into effect to reach such a goal. Chinese philosophy says, 非我族类，其心必异, means those who are not of our kin are sure to have a different mind. The CCP wants its race to be the only nation in the world by either assimilate or genocide the others. See, doesn't the COVID-19 killing millions of people, ending the people's social life by alienating them from each other with masks and paralyzing the world's economy? Be sure this will continue either with other viruses or methods. So, for the peace of the world and the safety of the people, let's unite and eliminate this evil regime as soon as possible. Thank you.